Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Erica. Hi! Today I am hopping along with the Syberia design team to celebrate Syberia turning 1. There is an amazing giveaway lined up as well, so you are going to want to make sure you check that out. I will leave all the details down in the description, and then let's jump into the video. I am going to combine my project today with the September challenge, and there is this fabulous graphic with the color theme and also a birthday theme. So today's card is going to be a birthday card, and I have gathered some Concord and 9th inks to what I feel kind of fit the color theme. So we got dragon fruit, marmalade, sunflower, blueberry, tide pool, and parsley. Now the only one of these I feel is maybe slightly off is the tide pool. I could have maybe gone for like peacock, but I decided to go for the lighter one. And then we're going to use the flickering candle slimline stencil. So I am very excited about these because I do love birthday candles and I think they're perfect for birthdays. So we are going to use these, and there's 4 stencils, so there's 3 layers of candles, and then there is 1 layer of kind of like details for the candles and also the little lights themselves, so flames, let's go with flames. So I am going to be using a 11 by 4 1/4 inch piece of cardstock here. So I've gone quite a big, but I feel, you know, it's better to go big than not fit everything in. So you can always trim it down later if you feel like this is too big. So I'm blending all of these colors kind of in a, I want to say like almost an ombre fashion. Shocker, I know. I never do ombre, do I? Ooh. So I'm kind of mixing and matching the colors a little bit back and forth here, and you will see that every now and again I will go in with my like old kitchen towel. So this is an actual cotton hand towel that I have repurposed to my craft room, and it's just to kind of clear off the stencil a little bit so that I don't contaminate my colors too much, because some of these colors are very, I mean, they will blend in together if you blend enough, but I do feel like it's better to sometimes like clean them off a little bit just to make sure that you get those colors separate. So this is the first layer, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add stencil number 2. I know, yes, we're going in order. And then we're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to go back and forth with our colors. And here I have tried to kind of swap the colors over a little bit. So if I've got green at the bottom, I'll have green at the top, etc., etc. But then I realized, oh, you know what? There's 3 layers here. So this might not work out very well at all. But what I probably should have done before filming this video was just give it kind of like a test run. But I am like this. I just tend to jump in the deep end and kind of experiment and see where things go. And then if it works out, it works out. And if it doesn't, oh well, I will hopefully learn something for next time. Although, in all honesty, I feel like maybe the lessons are better learned by you guys, because I don't seem to remember them when it comes time to, you know, when it comes time to like, oh, remember this went wrong the last time. So yes, maybe just kind of give it a go before you try to do anything not complicated. This is not super complicated, but more elaborate, like I'm doing here. So here we're actually going to add in the 3rd layer. I thought to kind of like counteract the fact that I overthought things with the first couple of layers, where I was like, oh yeah, we're going to do all like mix and match of colors. I did the 3rd layer with just sunflower. And then I'm going to go in here and do the flames. We decided on flames. Flames work. We're going to do them in sunflower as well. And I did kind of, I masked off a little bit using the other stencils so that I wouldn't get too much yellow on the white card, the top of the card, because I wasn't sure like how am I going to trim this? What am I going to do? At this point, I really had no idea. So I was trying to keep it as clean as possible. And then I decided as well to kind of have a little bit more control over where the color was going, I swapped to one of the itty bitty blender brushes. So all of my blender brushes at the moment are from the Rabbit Hole Designs or Tailored Expressions, but these are all the Rabbit Hole Designs. So these little ones are absolutely brilliant for adding those like lovely details. And this turned out pretty cute, so I'm happy with the experiment. But oh my goodness, it was a bit of a nervous kind of roller coaster there for a little while. So then we are going to do the details on the actual candles, and I'm using an old washi tape here, and I thought this was kind of low tack, but then when I tried to scrape it off, it was not coming off. It was not coming off whatsoever. But the reason I wanted to make sure that this stays super duper in place is because I'm going to be using this Nuvo glitter paste from Tonic, and this one is called Moonstone. It is absolutely fabulous, but what you don't want to do is grab the dry stuff from the top of the lid. You want to go into the pot and actually get the nice wet, sort of like easy to apply stuff. Yeah, listen to Auntie Erica. Don't do what I did. No. Save yourself the hassle and go for the nice spreadable stuff, and don't try to save every single ounce. If it's dry, it's dry. It ain't gonna come back. So we're gonna. Here, I realized, oh boy, I think I made a bit of a mistake with this washi tape. But this came out pretty cool. However, you will see that on the left-hand side, there's way more details than on the right-hand side where I used the dry stuff. So there's another top tip for you. And then we are going to use this fabulous and fun new sentiment from obviously Syberia. So this one is the celebration sentiment, and it's a one and done type thing. So this one actually comes with a hot foil plate as well. So if you prefer hot foiling, you can obviously choose the hot foiling, but I am going to be using the stamp this time because I wanted to heat emboss a little bit. So there's going to be lots of different mediums on this card. And the thing that I will say is that if you're going to heat emboss, especially one of these like one and done things, you must use a anti-static tool and do the entire panel. Do it really well. Like, just get that powder out there, get that scrubby-dubby-dubby-dum, and blend that anti-static powder into the paper, and then try not to touch it again, which I did. You will see this later. And then you're going to plonk that down, secure it with your magnets, and we're going to pick this up, and then we're going to use some embossing ink from Wow Embossing. So you're going to want to make sure that your ink pad is nice and juicy so that you get all of those fine details, because obviously these are the sentiments, so you're going to want them to show. And then just for, to be extra safe, we sprinkled? No, we didn't. We brushed that anti-static tool over the cardstock again. But you will see that I will get my fingers in there and I will touch it. I will touch the paper. What is wrong with me? I don't know. I should know better by now, but clearly I don't. And then we're going to sprinkle lots of this luscious, rich gold embossing powder over this. And you can see where my oily fingers have gone because it's powdered there. So I did try to tidy it up a little bit, but I didn't do a super good job. So, but I've got my heat tool running. It's been heating up off camera, and then I'm gonna put this onto my little corkboard here. The reason I'm using a corkboard is because I do feel that it helps with warping. So it kind of makes so that the heat is coming from the top and then it bounces back as it's going through the paper from the corkboard, and it's kind of counteracting that warping that you sometimes get when you're just heat embossing a piece of paper. And this is like probably one of my best ever hacks and top tips and tricks. You know, one of these corkboards is pennies. I mean, it's so cheap and it makes such a big difference. And then to cut these out, we are going to use this super fun, I want to say, hang on, Thin Stripes cover die. So this cuts out everything in one go. You are going to want to make sure that you line it up properly as well so that it's nice and straight. This can be a little bit tricky if you're like, I don't know, wonky sighted like I am. Sometimes I feel like things look like they're straight and then I glue it down and then I realize after, once it's too late, or once something is die cut, that that's not straight at all. But oh well, I can only blame my old eyes at this point, I think. But then this, like I say, look at this. This is so cool. So you take the covered eye off and everything is cut out. It is so cool. Now, if you like doing cards with like a stripy background, this is going to come in super handy as well. So here I'm trying to like, oh, which one do I go for? But in true typical Erica style, I couldn't decide there and then. So I moved on. So we're going to use the birthday and wish word die cut. So this one also has a hot foil plate. So you can, you know, cut out the words and layer them up, which is what I'm going to do. Or you can hot foil. So I know for somebody who like absolutely loves hot foiling, I have kind of entered my die cutting era, I think. And I say era, maybe I've listened a little bit too much to Taylor Swift recently. Although, is there such a thing? Can you listen to too much Taylor Swift? I don't know. So I'm die cutting lots of pieces out here, because I do like layering them up a little bit as well, because it just gives that little extra kind of lovely detail and dimension. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cut out loads out of black cardstock. And you will see here I'm using scraps, because I am apparently incapable of throwing away anything that could be used again. So I am getting my money's worth for sure. But these black and white ones are all going to be layered up. So the black with the white and the white with the black, obviously. So, and this is just such a nice way of making a word die cut stand out. Okay, so granted, it can be a little bit messy, it can be a little bit fiddly, but I am making much less of a mess with this Burley Arts glue, so that's definitely something to keep stocked. Now, I'm going to finish off this card, and you might notice that this panel is nicely trimmed down. I have used the new Slimline Nested Stitched die set, so I've used the biggest die cut for that, and it just gives like a nice little detail around the edges. And then we're going to do a little bit of surgical cutting on one of these sentiments to make the whole shebang say make a birthday wish. So I thought that was really cute and funny. And also it means that because of the panel being slimline, and also the sentiment strips are like A2 size, it's not gonna kind of look weird, with this kind of random sized sentiment strip somewhere. So I thought that was a cute little way of finishing this off. And this is the card finished. Don't forget to check out the rest of the hop. I will link everything down below. And don't forget to leave a comment so you'll be entered into the giveaway. There are over £800 or $1,000 worth of prizes up for grabs, and all you have to do is leave a comment. But then if you feel free to like this video and subscribe to the Syberia Design YouTube channel as well as mine, that would be lovely. This giveaway is open internationally. However, just make sure that you check out the details, because some of the prizes are only applicable or like available in certain countries. And also a super important date to keep in mind, you have until the 17th of September to leave comments, and all the winners will be announced on the Syberia Design blog giveaway winner page on September 18th. So good luck and enjoy the rest of the hop. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye!